fighting prices with other we got stuck fighting prices with other softwares and up and down, and then we do something, they copy it, they do something, we supposedly copied it, right? So it's this concept back and forth constantly. We're just like, man, that's not who we are. That's not what we started, right? We always thought about, hey, collaboration over competition, but the reality is that nobody's collaborating with us. They're just taking from us. So we were like, man, screw that collaboration. If we're trying to get to the table with these other companies and they're trying to do the right thing and all they're doing is taking from us and then reselling and regurgitating what we're doing, might as well just say, you know what, we're not going to collaborate with you guys, right? Because then they're taking the clients before we get to them, which for us, we don't even call it clients. I don't know if anybody's ever heard me and Jeremy say you're a client, right? We're fellow CROs. We have credit repair businesses, right? So we're just the same as you. It's funny that all these other guys don't have credit repair businesses, but they know everything about credit, right? So with that being said, our approach going forward is CRO scaling, right? CRO, if you're new to the business, CRO just means credit repair organizations, right? If you're a business owner, you're the owner of the CRO, right? A lot of people think the CRO is the human. No, the CRO is the business, okay? You're just the owner of that business. And that I say that because we need to understand that we can be the business or we can run a business, right? But when you're the business, it's all dependent on you at 100%, right? So we've been able to take some CROs, right? Not the person, the business that they own. We've been able to take them to $100,000 in 4 or 5 months, right? Proven. We've been hush hush about it because every time we say something, we do something. Then you got the copycats and the nunas, right? That's a little Hispanic joke. But you got everybody coming in trying to take from us, and then they're trying to do what we're doing, only getting to the person faster. And then by the time we get to the CRO, they've lost all their money and they're more lost than ever before. So we said, no more. We've been in the back working. We've been in the back building. I want you guys to know we're going to come live with that very soon. And those people, right, that we're doing this for, they're real businesses. They're going to talk about it. Okay. You're not going to hear from us. They're going to hear from the people that actually have that money coming into them. All right. We want to do this for everybody here. We don't want to play no more games here. Right. We're not playing games. We've never been playing games. We just got stuck in that rut. It happens, right? We're businesses. We're not robots, right? We're not AI. Even AI is having problems right now, right? So with that being said, anybody have any questions or anything like that for us right now as to the CRO scaling revolution? If you don't want to be in the coaching program with us, we're going to go heavy on coaching, right? If you don't want to be in coaching with us, just let me know. It's by all means, no hard feelings. We definitely want to coach. So if you not want to get coached, it's cool, right? You don't have to tune in. You don't have to tune in, right? But we're saying that because we're going to be heavy on the coaching. We're put together a program. There is one-on-one coaching that's paid for, right? We got to start making money here, me and Jeremy, right? We got to start charging again, right? So it's a paid program. One of the coolest things about it is obviously all you guys are here. If you're in a paid group, you got a one up over everybody else because you don't have to pay those crazy prices for coaching, right? But the reason why we're doing that is because our coaching program is going to come with everything, right? The GHL, the software, the snapshot, letters, every single thing that is offered in Mustard is going to be a part of that coaching program. Beautiful part about it is if you're in the coaching program, you're going to get things like 3 months free of outsourcing, right? We're going to get so much value. And when you look at our outsourcing, right, we don't do what everybody else does, pay me $50 per client. We don't do that. It's $2,500. That's our outsourcing. It's $2,500 a month. Why? Because we do everything. We do consultation, we do the credit repair, and we do the mailing, and we do the customer support. So you don't have to do any of that. Our goal with this program is so that you're being coached all the way through. You have a one-on-one accountability partner, which is basically your client success manager, to make sure that you're hitting all those goals, making sure that we're hitting those points in our program. And the reason that is because we know that things happen in life, right? We get off this call right now. Some of us probably got a party to go to. Some of us got to go to watch a movie. Some of us got a kid we got to knock up beside the head, right? So there's always something going on. So we don't want you guys to always come into these calls, walk away, and you're left alone. That's not what we're going to do here. There's going to be somebody with you, whether it's me, Jeremy, my wife, or 3 of the other people that we have on this business with us right now that are being trained to teach our process, right? With that being said, the coaching program, like I said, our goal is so that we can maintain coaching while everything else is being done for you. The outsourcing, the whole thing, right? We're going to set up your ads. We're going to help you understand how to push your ads. but we don't want you focused on ads. Okay. The only reason why we were going to do the ads is because everybody's talking about ads. When I posted that post, everybody wants lead gen, right? And as I've been talking to some people communicating here and there, they're like, well, I want to run paid ads. All right, cool. We'll help you run the paid ads. But that's more costlier than me going and network with a realtor, understanding how to hit 30 leads in 30 days, right? Like, it's a very simple concept on how to hit 30 leads in 30 days. I've done it. Jeremy's done it, right? Most of us in here have probably done it, just not consistently, right? The same concepts. Now we're going to be there for you, hold you accountable, and teach you how to get those 30 leads in 30 days, right? I love when people say, hey, I got 1,000 leads a month. That's amazing. Good for you. But how many other are qualified? Yeah, it's cool to have a full appointment books, all your calendar booked out. But what's the point? I'm trying to live life. I became a business owner to live life, not to be sitting there answering calls like I'm a call center. So we got to get real good at knowing how to qualify these leads before they even get on the consultation, right? That's why we created the stepper. If you're using the calendar outside of the stepper, I'm sorry. You cannot count those numbers into our conversions because that's not what we're counting. We only count qualified leads. Okay. Our stepper is set up in a way, if you've already been using it, they cannot see the calendar unless they've given us their monitoring credentials. The system checks to see if the monitoring is real. If it's real, dun, 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 here's the calendar, sir. Go ahead and schedule an appointment, right? No more of that. Okay. Now, mind you, I already saw what's happened. There are people that are slick, right? I got a guy from one of the companies that we're outsourcing for who gave his brother his monitoring information, and the guy scheduled an appointment. Whatever. We told him, sir, that's not your, I'm not talking to you. Bye. Like, that's your brother's. Nah, we can't do that. It's illegal. I can't, you just put somebody's information into the account to schedule an appointment. Goodbye. I'm not going to do that. Right. So just be mindful of that, right? There, you know how we are. We're black and browns here, and whites and yellows and greens, right? And no matter how you look at it, we're all the same way, right? So no matter what, there's gonna be somebody that's gonna do it. Okay. But enough about that. The ebook. Let's get into the ebook. And I will say this: when Nathaniel goes through his presentation, let's hold the questions. Drop your questions in the comments or in the chat. Because I really want everybody to really understand what he's doing, right? We had Max on here before that talks amazing. He did a great presentation on how, how to understand the lead traffic and how to understand the leads. What does he call it? The 4-day death bridge, where when the lead is hot, they're warming off, then they're cooling off, then they're dead, right? So the idea is, now that we understand the lead's objective, Nathaniel's going to drive in on how to get those leads in, how to like really move those leads across, and how to really target that, who you're going after, right? So the ebook, I'm gonna go ahead and open it right quick for y'all. Give me 1 second. Y'all know me, I'm Cuban, I'm never ready.
Hey guys, just to add to what Damon said while he's pulling that up, I don't know if you've ever been in a coaching program, and that's one of the things that I think that I like about what we did with this is that we're part of coaching programs. We've been a part of other coaching programs. And one of the hardest things to do is to really focus on the coaching and try to run your business at the same time. Some people have full-time jobs and stuff like that. And so that's very difficult. So what we wanted to do, we wanted to alleviate that concern of at least running your business for 90 days. And so that's why anybody that's doing the coaching with us is going to get the 90-day outsourcing, what our outsourcing team does, so that you don't have to focus on that and you can really commit at least 90 days to the coaching program so you can get out of it what it is that you want to get out of it. Because if you focus on the first 90 days and you really put into it what you're expecting to get out of it, I mean, it's the success is going to be there. We're teaching the lead gen, we're teaching the affiliate thing with realtors and loan officers. So it's no problem. You're not going to have an issue of getting clients to come in, but you also need to, have a system in place that your business can be operated. So what we've done, we focus on the software, and now we want to get back to the coaching thing. But the cool thing about it is that now your coaches have a software that you can have access to while you're in the coaching program. And so I thought that was a pretty cool, neat process and stuff. So, if you ever taken some coaching for somebody else, just ask them like, hey, you gonna you think you can run my business for 90 days while I focus on the coaching?
If anybody knows the answer to that, just please tell me the answer. What's going to be the answer there, right?
That's like going to college and they paying you your salary that you're gonna make when you get out while you're in college, and they're gonna do your job for you for the first 90 days. So I thought that was pretty neat.
I did not. All right, I'm just trying to get the link so I can send it to y'all. You can tell I haven't been on the front end of computers. I've been in code lately, so all these buttons look different to me. Well, we'll get that out to you guys in a few. I don't want to waste time here. All right, so let me go ahead and share my screen if Jeremy's allowed me to. Yep. Okay. So this ebook, okay. Obviously, you can edit it. It's a Canva. Okay, I did that on purpose so that it makes it easy for people to go ahead and edit this ebook. Okay, it is 18 pages long, very in depth, and you guys are going to get to see it here. Very simple in Canva. You know, just go ahead and change your logo, change your colors if you want to. Psychology and colors. We chose blue, the blue contrast, because you know when you look at the Ultimate Credit Repair book, right, the FCRA books and all those books, they're blue, right? That blue is synonymous with legal, with you know, like the official stuff, right? And then it's clear point, right? The ultimate guide to understanding your credit rights and disputing errors, right? That's what clients need to understand. So imagine a client that understands that, and when you get on the call with them, you don't have to explain the stuff that is very, lack of better words, dumb, right? They get it. They get what you're trying to do here, right? So in this book, we're going to go over the FCRA, the FDCPA, the CFPB, and then the actual codes, right? Through this, they're going to learn what their credit rights are, how to credit monitor, why it's important to have credit monitoring and monitor your credit. They're going to understand the credit utilization. They're going to understand how to create a plan, right? When we talk to them in a consultation, that's what we're doing with them, is creating a plan, right? And then last thing is they're going to understand what disputing and how to dispute those errors, right? So we go in depth. We go through the consumer and credit laws based on the FCRA and FDCPA. We're not going to give them everything because we're not trying to like create a monster here where they're going to have to go to school, right? But we give them enough information on the FDCPA and the FCRA. We go into Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, which is the CFPB, right? And then we go into the codes. Okay, so the codes are the federal laws that govern the wide range of areas. And in this area, we have the FCRA, the FDCPA, and the CFPB. Now, there's other things like ECOA and everything else, right? But this is like the bare minimum. This is like the forefront of credit, right? Once they've learned this stuff, right, we have a call to action for them to keep going through the book. First thing is understanding their credit rights. When it comes to credit, and I'm not going to go through this, but I want you guys to kind of see that it's an in-depth, right? And then we also have, which we included, you're going to see this maybe twice throughout the book. If you don't know about the Credit Billing Act, definitely try to understand that. Yourself, go through this if you need to and get a refresher course. I know we all know what we're doing, right? So go ahead and go through a refresher course. But the important thing here is that we're telling them the steps, right? We want to build up qualified clients. We don't want leads. We don't want people that don't care about our time, right? They don't care about what we're doing. They just care about themselves. That needs to stop, right? That's why a lot of CROs go crazy. They say the leads are crap, this and that. It's not that. It's that they're not being trained up for that call, right? They don't understand what's happening. Okay. So as we go through it, they'll be able to see like the importance of the credit monitoring, right? Consider signing up for credit monitoring services, right? You can add your links to this if you want to be able to be digital. You go ahead and add your links to it, but understanding your credit score, right? We go through the wheel, right? The 5 steps, the 5 things about credit, how to maintain it, pay your bills, try to keep your credit utilization below 30. I like to say 20, but I left at 30 because a lot of people say 30. All right. And y'all know me, I'm the most unethical, unorthodox person. So I'm going to be smoking a cigarette every now and then, right? And so we go through it, right? Avoid opening too many credit card accounts, monitor your credit. Very simple stuff that most people don't know. All right. We're talking about utilization. We even explain to them how to dissect utilization, right? A lot of people don't even know what that is or how to calculate that. I've had clients, I don't know if you had clients who are like, oh man, can you explain to me how utilization works? And I'm like, yeah, you're using 30% of your credit. No, I'm not, because I have one credit card that's got 100,000. I'm only using $1. No, it's collective, right? And so we teach them that in here. Creating a plan, one of the most important things is understanding their plan for improving their credit, not just repairing the credit, right? Um, and then, wait a minute, I got the wrong link. You see y'all? I'll send y'all the link, but the book is there. I'm gonna send y'all the link because I got the wrong link in here. Okay. With that being said, where is my, okay, so the book, if you want the book, if it's something that you really do want, just let me know. Go ahead and hit, something in the chat, I guess, or thumbs up or something. Let me know that you do want the book. And we'll get that out to you very soon. And without further ado, I want to go ahead and let Nathan, Blade, not Nathan, Blade take over the call. But before I get him in, Nathaniel, we've been talking to him for a couple days, a couple months, really. I think the first time we talked was like 2 months ago. But we've been heavy talking within the last couple days, like heavily. And I can't wait for him to show you guys what he's done. He's very young. I'm going to say that straight the hell up, right? He's very young, so he knows tech way better than us. And he's phenomenal at what he's done at his age, right? I wish that at his age, I would have been doing what he's doing, right? Track star, the whole nine, right? Just kick and run. So, good thing is that we don't have to pay him a lot. So if he runs, he only takes a little bit. Right? So Nathaniel, go ahead and take the floor, my brother.
Cool. I mean, hope you guys can hear me all right. First of all,
sir.
thank you once again for the introduction. Thank you for the opportunity as always. And I really did like one thing that you said. I just want to kind of talk about where you were saying how you have this business so that you can kind of eventually have that freedom where you can kind of push away from your business eventually. And so you can have it automated in a way so that it can kind of scale without you. This way you can kind of have that freedom. I know you got kids. I don't have kids, too young for that. But so that eventually you can have this like freedom to be able to hang out with your kids, do the things that you want. And a lot of these things that you're bringing up, like the stepper automations that you have are phenomenal in order to do that. So kind of just goes right into what I want to talk about today in regards to scaling with some ads, because the way I see it, when you figure out a ad that is consistently providing you, hey, every single time you put $10 into this ad, you get $20 back out. Why aren't you going to put $100 in, get $200 back out, put $1,000 in, get $2,000 back out? And that's the kind of way I see it. Yeah, it does take some work up front, especially to start up, putting together these foundations, everything. It does take some time, but ultimately, long story short, once you kind of figure out the way it runs, once you figure out your offer and all that other good stuff, so you get to the point where every single time you put $10 in, you get $20 out, it's going to be super rewarding, very, very rewarding. And that has proven itself multiple times through, my business and a bunch of other CROs businesses as well too. To start, I guess, before anybody even kind of like runs ads, the first thing that I do when I'm coaching, consulting, any type of business, regardless if it's a CRO or whatever it is, I always try to make sure I take a look at their social media presence. The reason why I do this is because regardless if you're running an Instagram or a Facebook ad, people are going to check out your social media. They're going to want to check out a couple of things. They're going to want to check out if you're an expert in your field. They want to check out if you're reputable. Obviously, they don't want to check out if you have a bunch of success stories, and they're really going to want to know if you just overall know what you're talking about. So without further ado, let me just hop on to sharing my screen really quick. I created I call it the social media blueprint. And what I want to do briefly, really quick, is I want to just share my screen over here. Excuse me. And I want to show you guys a couple of things that I find to be very, very vital prior to actually running your ads. Now, I call this a couple of things. I call this optimizing your social media presence in order to turn into this powerful lead trap. So that whenever, like I said, when everybody hits your ad, they're going to check out your Facebook page. If you're on Instagram, they're going to check out your Instagram page. So to start it out really quick, here's a little experiment, and I'm sure you guys can understand this really quick. In which case, oops, where'd it go? I lost it. In which case, check out this Facebook page over here, for example. Nothing really on it. Now, this is a very, very obvious example. But then if you go over to somebody else's Facebook page, when you go over to mine really quick, facebook.com. Give me a quick second here. Add this up before. When you go up to here, something like this, very simple example, comparing social media from like this blank thing to like over here, where you clearly know what I do, you're gonna be able to tell right out the back that it's gonna make a big difference in your ads. Now, all the stuff right now, this first portion I'm gonna talk to you about, that I call it the foundations. Overall, it just helps you, A, get a lower cost per conversion, and B, overall allow you to charge a lot more because you're gonna be attracting more clients towards you. Now, I think we're also going to give this away for you guys as well. So at the end of this, you guys can check this out. But a couple of things right at the back is what we always tell people to do is, first of all, is to have kind of like a little lead magnet on your page. And we always recommend to put this on the actual banner over here. Okay, so on the actual Facebook page, put on the banner, couple of lead magnet ideas. Now, what we're doing here is you're trying to find a upfront little offer in exchange to kind of get somebody's email or to kind of get someone's phone number. A bunch of different ways to do that. You know, mini course, you can offer an ebook, toolkit. I'm pretty sure Damien over here has a couple of examples of free little ebooks, little upfront offers that you can offer people. Overall, just to put on your Facebook page. So when they hit that banner, you know, on the banner, you might have a call to action saying, hey, click on me to get your free credit boost blueprint. Now, there's a couple of ways to make these little ebooks. You can go on a website like the plrstore.com. You can go on Fiverr, all towards just trying to create a little upfront offer, just a little free value they can provide somebody, especially for those that aren't too comfortable with presenting themselves too much on front of a camera. Little upfront offers, little ebooks, things like this are a great way to provide trust and to get leads coming towards you. Cool. Next things we're going to take a look at is a persuasive call to action. So whenever you're running these ads, and excuse these bit.ly links over here, whenever you run these ads, what we find, regardless if it's an ad or a funnel, regardless of whatever social media ad platform you're using, regardless, whatever you're doing, long story short, it all comes down to the offer you're trying to sell. You know, you can either make people money, save people time, or save people money. That's really what I see it way it's going. Going with that, regardless when you're making this funnel, you know, we can design funnels for you guys really, really simple, you know, within 24 hours. It's easy. The most important part that we should all really be focusing on is not necessarily the funnel design. That's easy. You can ask Damien right over there for a quick funnel design. The main important portion that I find that is very, very imperative that you need to get down is what I call as the offer. Okay, the first sentence that you're going to say to people in the ad, or the first headline of a funnel. And we're going to show you a funnel that we're going to be giving away to you guys at the very end of this. But that's what I found is the most important part. So what I always recommend to people is the first things first, before they even run any ads or anything, is really just to hone in on that offer. And you can hone in this offer in many different ways. You know, the way I find it is there's a paid way you can do it to really hone in that offer. And then there's an organic way of doing it to really hone in that offer. Organic way of doing it is obviously just put as much content out as possible. Let's say you're focusing on YouTube. You know, you put out 3 YouTube videos over here. One is how, I don't know, you save time. You know, one is how you make people money by fixing people's credit, or another one could be like you save people money by fixing their credit. You know, 3 different offers, A, B, and C. Obviously, you put out a bunch of content out there. Okay, maybe it's TikTok, maybe it's a YouTube video with those 3 different offers in there. Obviously, just figure out what people comment more on. Obviously, figure out what people like more on. Obviously, figure out what people actually click those bit.ly links in the bottom of your description. What people overall like. Now that organic means that I call it the free offer testing method. Now that's free, but it takes a little bit longer. Whereas if you're to run a simple ad, let's say you're going to run a simple traffic campaign, because typically traffic campaigns generate more results for a cheaper price, but it's not as so specialized as a conversion campaign. Talk about it in a few. The reason why we use these traffic campaigns is to really hone in that offer. We run a quick traffic campaign on Facebook, like business.facebook.com, and we test out those 3 offers there. Maybe you run, I don't know, $50 a day to each different offer, 5, 10, 15, $150, and you can instantly understand your offer within the day. So depends on which person you are, if you want to go the organic media way or if you want to go the paid ads way. First things first, what we really need to do, like I said, is understand the funnel. Understand the offer. once you build out the offer, once we get a good understanding of what exactly your audience wants, because I know it's overall credit repair, but your audience is going to want, every audience, every specific person kind of wants something a little bit different depending on who you are, depending on who you're collecting through your socials, whatever the case might be. Your offer is always kind of going to be a little bit different. First things first, like I said, figure out that offer, okay? You know, obviously make it look nice with a couple emojis when you're doing these ads, when you're doing your social media. Next thing we're going to talk about real quick, optimizing your Facebook, okay? Optimizing this Facebook so it turns to a powerful lead trap. When you're creating these banners over here, you know, what looks better over here, this blank one on the left-hand side or this one over here? I know it's not too good looking. I just put something up really momentarily, really quick. But easy credit for clients, download the blueprint, okay? Maybe boost your credit in 30 to 90 days, or get a 30-point boost in your credit to just download the blueprint, you know, some sort of free ebook over here that you can offer this ebook to people in exchange for example, like an email. But just really quick before you even talk about it, obviously you're going to be able to see the difference. Oops. One of these pages look a little bit considerably better because one's more tailored to, obviously mine's marketing for credit for clients. The other one's just blank. What I'm trying to say is a lot of times when I see people kind of running these ads, a lot of people just do, for lack of better words, they do stupid shit. You know, a lot of times they don't optimize their social media. They don't have proper call to actions in their socials. They have bad links on their social medias that don't work, different things like that. They're wasting money on running an ad, not properly previewing the ad. And on the right-hand column, you know, the right-hand column of the ad of the Facebook ad looks a lot smaller than the regular feed post. So when they don't zoom in on that picture, you can barely tell what that picture is sometimes. What I'm trying to say is that when you're running these ads, you got to constantly look at what you're actually running. You got to actually pay attention to what you're doing, and you're going to have to split test a little bit. Okay. Keep on going. Obviously, 5-point profile optimization, but I don't want to bore you on that too much.
Then, Nathaniel, not to cut you off there, but just quick little explanation as to what split testing is.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So let me just rewind really quick to the offer, for example. So like when you're split testing to find an offer, when you're split testing to find a proper picture, the way we kind of run it, and I'm going to show you in this credit plan of attack in a moment here, is we try to do things in 3. Let's say you have over here offer 1, 2, and 3. How to get results in X time frame, quick tips, and getting easy results the fastest way. Now you can spend hundreds of thousands of dollars in courses, but the easiest way to split test is obviously what has a better click-through rate, what's getting you leads at a cheaper rate. You know, those simple numbers there. So let's say you have over here how to get X results in time frame. Let's call this A. Let's call this one B. Let's call this one C. And just to make this just stupid simple, let me just take this whiteboard over here. I hope you guys can still see this whiteboard over here. Let's say that regardless if you're running organic, regardless if you're running paid ads, regardless if whatever you're doing, simplest way of split testing is with, like, for example, a click-through rate over here. Oops, sorry, I don't have my paddle with me. A click-through rate over here, or likes on a video, okay? So this is paid ads. This is like organic traffic over here. I know it's very hard to write with this. So we're using trackpad. But click-through rate, let's say ad number A over here has a 1% click-through rate, a 1% over here, okay? Let's say ad B over here has a 2%. Let's say ad C over here has like a 4% click-through rate. And now these are just random numbers over here, but it's okay. Obviously over here, what's performing better, okay? Facebook shows you so many different metrics that oftentimes can get very, very overwhelming. Long story short, the main ones you need to figure out is the click-through rate, you know, cost per click, the cost per acquisition. Over here, you have offer A, B, C. Maybe offer A, save you time. Maybe offer B's make you money. Maybe offer C's save you money. I don't know, it's random stuff. Obviously over here, offer C has a 4% click-through rate. B and A has a 2 and 1, okay? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut out B and I'm gonna cut out A. What I'm then gonna do is I'm gonna take offer C over here. I'm gonna keep the control. You know, we got offer C, but then what I'm gonna do is based upon offer C's, I'm gonna create offer C.2. And I'm gonna create, once again, offer C.3. I don't know, it's just an example over here. And let's say offer C is like how we boost your credit in 30 to 90 days. It's talking about a time span. So maybe This control over here is how we boost credit in 30 to 90 days. Maybe over here, offer C.2 is how we boost credit in just 60 days. Maybe offer C.3 is how we boost credit in just 90 days. What I'm trying to say is we're really honing in on offer C, on how it's on regarding time, okay, on this offer. The offer is time. It's talking about how we do it really quick, but we're going more into detail on how exactly the offer is about time. In which case, maybe this one's 30 days. You boost your credit in 30 days, you boost your credit in 90 days. What I'm trying to say is we're really honing in on this control on which we fix your credit in the amount of time by just changing one slight thing, maybe 30 days, maybe 90 days. And then once again, from the top, you just run it right back. You run these ads, you got the control over here, which is still converting at a 4% click-through rate, maybe 3 over here. This one maybe this one goes up. Maybe this one goes up to like a 5% click-through rate. Maybe this one goes back down to a 2% click-through rate. Take out an offer number 2. Obviously, this one over here, 30 days is converting better. So cool, now you understand 30 days is doing better. Now just make a couple other versions of that 30 days right there. And now that's with paid ads. I hope that made sense. Same thing can happen with organic. If you want to just save money, if you don't have a big enough budget to spend towards ads, cool, just do the same thing with social media. There's no excuse, Offer A, B, and C. Make 3 different YouTube videos over here. Video A, video B, video C. Maybe video A is talking about, once again, maybe bankruptcies. Maybe B is collections. C could be some sort of derogatory mark, Maybe we find out that, I don't know, people really are eating up. They love when you talk about bankruptcies on your YouTube videos, okay? Maybe your bankruptcies have significantly 3 times the amount of videos than any other video you can out. Cool, just keep on making more videos about bankruptcies. And then finally, you're gonna be able to craft an offer. You're gonna be able to craft that offer, that funnel, revolved around what people are really watching. That bankruptcies already right there. People are really watching how to get bankruptcies off a credit report. If people are really watching that, cool, just make your funnel designed specifically towards that, towards what people are actually interested in. Hope that made sense, right? That made sense, and maybe give me a little thumbs up like this. Maybe feel like I'm doing good here.
Great sense.
All right, cool. I try to make that as stupid simple as possible because, like I said, I spent a lot of money on courses trying to figure out these ads. And overall, long story short, it comes down to just doing your due diligence, not really doing anything too stupid when you're previewing these images, when you're previewing these ads, and just and just overall understanding your offer. Because realistically, nobody's going to buy something that they aren't willing to spend money on. Okay, so now that we kind of got the split testing little form over here done, let's talk about
You got
the
this,
rest of the
Justin?
stuff that we got here.
Oh, you can go in there. Go open the door and then go to the right.
You letting us know where to go, Melvin? I'm about
Where
to
we go
show
here?
up
So
on
you got the blueprint, but I got the actual directions.
Exactly. All right.
Step by
Cool,
step.
cool. So, like I was saying, is we're first things first is really just understanding the offer. I can go through organic and paid ads. Next thing, you gotta really make sure your social media profile is optimized. Because overall, that's not gonna make a defining difference, not gonna make a complete difference. But overall, it's going to significantly decrease the cost for results. Because a lot of people do look at your social media. Once they see an ad, they check out your social media just to make sure that you're legitimate, make sure they're not getting scammed. Not everybody does that, but most people do. Like I said, on your social media, like for example, your Facebook page, highly recommend putting a lead magnet on your cover photo over here, just to really start attracting people. People are gonna hit people are gonna hit your social media no matter what. You're gonna be texting people, you're gonna be emailing, you're gonna be DMing people on your Facebook. People are gonna hit your social media. So might as well take that traffic and try to convert it into some leads. Okay. Like over here, I know this is not too great of an example over here. I kind of just threw this together, but you can hire somebody on Fiverr. You can find a couple of virtual assistants. I'm sure Damien and all those guys can help you guys out, creating a nice cover photo. But overall, the entire point of this cover photo is that they can click on it and they can download something for free. They can get some sort of free thing in exchange for an email. Okay. Talking more about social media optimization, cover photo, profile photo, all the descriptions and call to actions, little intro thing right there, a bio link, featured photo, Okay, cool. That's optimizing your social media. Simple and effective landing page is the next portion. Now, after this webinar here, we were given permission to be able to give you guys all a free funnel page template. So make sure you guys, I don't know how we're going to do that after, but whatever, we're going to give it to you guys. But what I'm trying to say is that from the very beginning of this is the overall style of your landing page, your design. The design doesn't really make that much of a difference, you know. And I would love to tell you that the most important part of this is your freaking design of your landing page. Because I do run a funnel design agency, so I'd love to say that, but it's simply not the case. I don't want to lie to you guys. The most important part of this design of this funnel is your offer on there. The entire point of the funnel is just so that you can translate the information in a nice, easy to read way. You know, in the very top of the funnel, you're probably going to talk about, hey, this is what we do. In the middle of the funnel, you might have some sort of process explaining the overall credit repair process, maybe in a simple 3-step way of explaining that, so it's stupid simple for everybody. And the part on the bottom of that funnel page, you're going to have like a bunch of success stories. Overall, that's a general layout to a landing page over here. So the most important part of the landing page is so that you can just relay that information, you know, have a good offer in the very top, and overall just make the landing page look presentable, have the right logos, has to be mobilely optimized. Like I said, don't do stupid shit. Make sure the mobile version is more optimized. Most people, when they're running ads, they're running it from their phone. You know, they're gonna hit the ad and they're gonna go straight to the phone. Most people aren't on laptops like you are now. So make sure that's all set up nicely and matches your logo. All that good colors look good, you know. But you don't have to go too crazy into it. Next thing is we're talking about landing page. You know, maybe when you get an email. Get an email. We were talking about that before. There's a bunch of different drag and drop builders. We are using Go High Level. I'm assuming Go High Level is absolutely my favorite. So I don't recommend changing to anything else. Just stick with High Level is the best. Cool, simple thank you page. That's simple stuff over here. Money making email sequences. Damien, we already talked about the stepper automation, so I don't have to really go into too much in detail into there. But what I'm trying to say is that if you don't have these back-end automations to nurture these leads as soon as they come in, you know, to just message these leads as soon as they come in, you know, every second that this lead is not being responded to as soon as they fill out that, you know, the lead form or scheduled appointment, every second that they're not responding to, they're just actively just forgetting you. Okay. So if you don't immediately follow up on the lead within like at least the first 5 minutes that they submit that lead form or schedule an appointment with you, you're immediately being put on the back burner. So you got to make sure that you have the proper automations, emails, text messages, and even voicemail drops in this case to make sure that you're consistently following up with this lead so that they know, hey, you're the best. You need to freaking use us. Okay.
Mhm.
So make sure you have those proper automations in the back end. So vital. I can't go into detail enough about how important the automations, the back end automations really is. Like exactly what you're saying in the very beginning of this video is, hey, if you want to get the chance to finally just step away from your business, you know, if you want to get that freedom, you just need to have automations like this. It's just, you'd be dumb not to. Okay. Next thing, engage on social media. Yeah, this is kind of a little way of getting your that upfront offer, that lead book, that ebook that you're giving away for free. A couple of different suggestions on how to be able to kind of promote that. Overall, just talking about credit repair on Facebook groups, providing value, you know, searching under groups for specifically credit repair groups, things like that. And really laser onto a couple of groups and become experts in those groups so you can try to attract leads in just organically. Watch your golden opportunities, provide value, become a farmer, not a nomad, pretty much planting your seeds as an expert in credit repair. When I was first starting out credit repair, when I started my business out here, and now I don't have this amazing $1 billion empire like some of you guys might have, but I do have a small little credit repair company. And when I was first starting my credit repair company, I was not running ads. The way I started my credit repair company is first, figuring out that offer, and then hopping into a couple of Facebook groups, for example, like 3. Now, my Facebook groups, you know, I went to a lot of realtor groups, like these guys over here explained too. I went to a lot of mortgage brokers, and I also went to a couple of gaming groups. Now, I know this might sound crazy, but I like gaming. I like Nazi zombies. Okay, and I know I don't want to get too off topic, but I became known on these Facebook groups, specifically these gaming groups. You know, when people were talk about developing games, when people were talk about getting new high scores, a lot of people on these Facebook groups that would they would talk about gaming, but they would also talk about starting new games, building new games. And these people, they would need capital, they would need cash flow to be able to build these new games. And immediately I would find these golden opportunities. Where is this slide over here? I don't know where I find the golden opportunities. I would find these little golden opportunities where like, hey, if you just got your credit score to above a 700, you showed a consistent amount of cash flow every month, I don't know, above 7 grand, you can get an amazing amount of funding to be able to build out this game that you want. Here, let me just fix this credit for you. You know, I can do this in 30, 90 days. And from there, I became known in these specific Facebook groups as a, hey, that annoying credit repair guy that you got to go to for credit because he's just freaking the best. And so immediately there, I planted the seed and I was able to build a massive opportunity to just overall bring in a whole bunch of leads over into my credit business, because when I was talking to people on Facebook, they would see my banner, they would see I know what I'm talking about, and boom, I would just attract these leads like crazy. But let's continue really here. Not too many left in here. Facebook post inspiration, just a couple of ideas that you can do to kind of just overall drive engagement and stuff in these other Facebook groups to really just define yourself as the expert in that market. You know, motivational quotes, and it's okay. Wins and losses, everybody loves wins and losses. Vulnerability, kind of telling stories, people love stories. Life lessons, giveaways, people love giveaways. But sometimes when you do giveaways, people might mistake free shit as just like free shit. You might not get the right crowd all the time. You know, I love taking polls, asking questions, putting up testimonials. Memes are always good as well too. But an even amount of all of these on here on a consistent basis, and I really bold, I don't know how to say it. I really make sure it's important. It has to be consistent posting for you to be known. You need to be able to be, if you're going to choose this method, you need to make sure that you're consistent on this. All right, next thing over here, you know, join groups, interact, post content, DM hustle, I like to call it, bring people over to your DM and hustle with those people. You know, there's a lot of people in Messenger, so there's a lot of opportunities. You can always scale this as well too by hiring a virtual assistant as well on top of that, just to kind of just handle those DMing, posting on Facebook groups from there. But cool, that kind of runs up the blueprint here. Like we said, we're going to share with you guys later. I just want to close really quick with what I call the credit repair plan of attack. Now, I absolutely love this thing because when I was running ads, this is all I use. All right. So really quick, let me just organize this over here. What I found to work, and we're just going to give these to you, is over here. Here's some examples of pictures, headlines, body copy. We also got the images right here, description, so you can just download it right there. These are some angles, ideas. We can put it under the idea section over here. All right, when we're actually testing out these ads, we're going to put them over to here to testing. Okay, and then once we found these ads over here, the right combination with the ads, the split testing, the picture, the headline, the description that actually works, we're going to put into proven, or it's failed, we're going to failed over here. So really quick, let me just break down how we're going to run these ads. And yeah, you do have a bunch of targeting over here, but let me just quickly throw in a quick secret here that's overall going to just make you successful from the jump. So we can go back to my trusty whiteboard over here and excuse my chicken scratch over here, but you guys have to just bear with me for a second. So the way we overall run these ads is you're going to have your ad over here. Oops. You're going to have your ad over here, and then you're going to have the funnel over here. I call it FU for short. I know, guys, I'm annoying. All right, but over here, we're going to have the way we see this is through these ads. When you're running the ad and you're running the funnel, you're going to be sort of optimizing them both at the same time. And long story short, this is how you do it. You know, you're going to be having, first, you're going to have a pick over here. You're going to put up a pick. Obviously, put up the ad. But the first thing you're optimizing is you're optimizing the pick. Okay, you're going to be optimizing the picks truly just to understand the offer. Okay, I put offer over here. Okay, and when you're optimizing this pick at first, you know, you're going to be split testing like we said in the beginning. You know, you might have 3 different picks. One might be green, one might be blue, one might be white, for example. You know, figure out what has the best click-through rate over here out of those 3 different picks over here, and really understand, obviously, what type of pick, if you want people on there, what's working better for you based upon the click-through rate. Through that, after that, you're gonna be working on the headline over here. Headline is like that first sentence that pops up after the pick over here. You know, if you're on Instagram, it pops up below it. If you're on Facebook, it pops up above it. You know, it's a little bit different on both sides. So like I said, always make sure you preview the ads. When you get the picture and when you get the headline, you should have a really, really solid understanding of what your offer is going to be. Obviously, you want to do pick first, optimize that first, then headline second. By this time over here, by the time you get the picture, by the time you get the headline, you should, like I said, you should really have a solid understanding on what people are interested in. From there, then you're going to optimize the funnel. Then you're going to optimize the first line of the funnel. Maybe if you have a video on that funnel, change around the video towards the offer that you're relating to, that you're actually running on your ad manager. So just to reiterate this one more time, just so I don't make this too overcomplicated, is first, you're gonna be optimizing that picture, okay? Optimizing that picture with maybe 3 different offers on there. Really understand that offer. Once you understand what people want based upon the higher click-through rate on that picture, you're gonna take that and transition that into the funnel. I'm not saying not to have a funnel yet. You know, don't waste traffic, don't waste that money. Always have a funnel from the jump, but don't prioritize the funnel just yet. You know, get something out there, make sure it looks nice and sexy, obviously. You know, don't wanna waste money, but make sure you do the pick is a priority to optimize. Then trying to take that optimization that you're getting the good understanding from the picture and the headline, take that offer and put those words over onto the funnel from there. Cool. Next thing after the headline, you're gonna have like the description. You're gonna have, you have the primary text, then you're gonna have the description after that. Primary text, then you're gonna have the description after that. You know, the most important parts they're gonna be optimizing is the picture and the headline over here. On the funnel, the most important parts of the funnel that you're gonna be optimizing is overall, you know, your funnel is going to look like, it's gonna look like a page over here. You're probably gonna have a video over here, and you're gonna have a headline over here, or maybe you're gonna have like this, you're gonna have the headline above here, and you have the video over here. That's overall what I've seen them look like. You're gonna wanna make sure that this video and this offer over here are being optimized at the same time once you understand the offer that you're trying to sell over here. Okay, so just to finish up with this is you need to really, like I said, I want to make this so important. Numbers don't really matter too much. The offer is what really matters. So to kind of go back over here to the credit report plan of attack. So now that you guys understand that, hey, the offer is the most freaking important part here. Now you're gonna probably be wondering, hey, Blade, how do I, who do I target? What am I gonna do? Do I just send these ads out to some random people? No, of course not. The first thing that I would recommend targeting is actually not these here, not yet, not these interests. And I'll explain to you in a second. Any new business that I work with, I always tell them that first target through by making custom audiences. Now, your coach over here can probably show how to do this, or you can probably watch a YouTube video on how to do this. But the first 3 people that you're gonna wanna hit with Facebook ads is retargeting ads, strictly just retargeting ads. There's 3 ways of doing that. Now, the one way you can do is you can create a look-alike audience. Another one is you can retarget website visitors. Another one is your social media engagers. Okay, and overall, wait, let me fix it a little bit. This is the way you're gonna want to do it, this order. Cool. Website visitors is a priority. Look-alike audience, secondary. Social media engagers is try sharing, whatever that word is. So what you want to do is you're on Facebook, it's powerful. Facebook is truly, its algorithm is so powerful. What you're able to do is you're able to create specific audiences and specifically target people that hit your website but hasn't converted yet. The way we do this is by creating an audience called website visitors, and then you just exclude your active clients. So your Facebook, you're able to upload a customer list from like a CSV file, .csv. You know, you put in the name, email, and the phone number. The main thing that you need is an email, okay? So as long as you have a solid, and when you're uploading these customer lists, you gotta make sure you have at least 100 people on there, otherwise it doesn't really perform that well. What I'm trying to say is that the first couple of things that you're really gonna wanna hit is first thing is you wanna hit website visitors, okay? Make sure you run this ad out to people that hit your website, but that has not become a client yet. Second thing that you want to hit is lookalike audience. You're going to want to create a lookalike audience based upon active clients. So like I said before, you're able to upload a list of customers onto Facebook's audience, and then you can create something called a lookalike audience based upon that customer list that you uploaded. And for those of you that don't know what a lookalike audience is, it's very, very simple. Facebook, it's in its powerful algorithm. It compiles all these similarities on this list of like 100 different people. It compiles all those lists of similarities based upon the data points and everything. And it scourges the internet and tries to find other similarities based upon that customer list that you already have that are most likely to convert into some sort of action that you want them to do. Overall, it just uses Facebook, it uses algorithm to compare and contrast similarities to help you find other customers. So like I said, first thing that you want to send out an ad to is website visitors, retarget website visitors. Second thing you want to hit are lookalike audiences. So based upon your active clients, upload a CSV file onto an audience and find a 1% lookalike based upon people that are already active clients. And the third one is that you want to hit over here are social media engagers. I'm talking people that hit your Instagram or your Facebook, but that have not converted, okay? So you're able to create specifically, you had to create in two parts, an audience. You had first had to create an audience for people that engage with your Facebook page, and then you want to create an audience based upon people that visited your Instagram, engage with your Instagram page. Now, these are going to be, like I said, these are going to be your primary 3 ads, 3 campaigns, whatever you want to call it, that you want to put out from the jump, right from the jump. If you haven't already done this yet, if you haven't already installed your Facebook Pixel, go watch a YouTube video now on how to do it. But make sure as soon as you hop off, you run these 3 retargeting ads, because you're going to be very, very surprised on how much money you guys are actually kind of leaving on the table. And I'm not trying to say that to like bash on anybody. I'm just trying to say that to you guys realize that, hey, you can be making a lot of quick revenue right now just by retargeting everybody that just hit your website but haven't converted. And I don't know if that's just me, because I've done this a lot, but that just makes sense to me. Okay, cool. Now this is retargeting stuff.
Let me add to that. So like I don't know if it's just going over someone's head, right? Lookalike audiences, right? It's basically you telling somebody, hey, who do you know that's like you that's gonna buy from me, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. Like I know that we've heard about it before, lookalike audience, we've heard that word, right? If this is a topic that you guys want us to drive down as we continue to coach, let us know. Like that lookalike audiences, it's what I love to use, right? So I don't know if anyone here on this call, I know Nathaniel, you have, right? Have you ever heard the words database reactivation, right? So what I like about that is this, right? Imagine you get with, and I don't mean to cut you off and kind of slow you down there.
Go ahead, absolutely.
To this right here. Imagine that I'm able to go to and network with 10, 15, 20 realtors, right? And those realtors who are actively purchasing leads, they have a book of leads, right? That are dead list, right? So imagine you were able to grab that list of people and you can do a database reactivation, okay? So what does that mean? I'll give you a quick rundown. Hey, Mr. Realtor, sir, how would you like for me to take your dead leads while I work with you on repairing your current clients' credits and bringing them back to you? But how would you like for me to take those dead leads and do 2 things? Number 1, let me see who was still interested in buying a home and never got to do it because their credit was trash, right? I'm going to bring them up and I'm going to make sure that we communicate with them, fix their credit, and now I send them to you. We just double dipped on the leads that you purchased. Number 2, credit repair is such a low entry offer and everyone needs it. And 9 out of 10 times, you are the 5 of the people you're closest, you hang around with the most. So that person might have 5 friends who might need credit repair and are looking to buy a home as well. Imagine we were now able to turn those dead leads into 30, 50 clients for you. And then those 30, 50 clients are able to get us more leads so that we can fix their credit and send them to you. But what if they already bring clients who already have good credit? Well, then we're just going to send them to you, right? Here's the phenomenal thing about it. As those people from that database reactivation pop up, right? Now you can do lookalike audience to those as well. So lookalike audiences is phenomenal. You know, and I wanted to ask you this question, right, Nathaniel? Can you lookalike audiences for special ads categories?
Yes, you can be able to, of course. And great question, because when you're running these Facebook ads, like he said, you have to use a special ad category, and the first one that pops up is like credit. So yes, you're able to create lookalike audiences based upon like anything, customer lists, social media engagers, website visitors, whatever you want to do. be able to create them specifically for, credit repair. The only thing is on a fresh ad account, I don't know if this is a new thing, but I was looking at one of my buddies that we just onboarded a while ago. I mean, a couple days ago. And on his ad account, you weren't able to create a lookalike audience on, or even send out ads to a customer list on a fresh ad account. I think you have to do this ad account. You have to kind of get it started. You got to run a couple of ads, and then you'll be allowed to put in a customer list.
And it only takes
Excuse me if I'm wrong.
I think it only takes about a week and a half. And always in the very beginning, when you're starting off your page, throw $100 through that. Like, know that you're throwing $100, right? Just know it, because what's going to happen is that the algorithms of Facebook, and here's something that most people don't know. Over the weekend, Facebook, right, Mark Zuckerberg, he had a meeting with his entire staff, and he said, all money in. That means that they're doubling down on ads, right? They're really trying to create better opportunities with ads, and no longer is anybody going to get paid for creating reels, right? So if you don't know about that yet, you're still making reels to try to get paid on it. It's going to go, it's already going away, right? Because there's no more money going out from Facebook, all money in, right? Obviously, we all know what's going on with crypto. They're trying to digitize money, all of this crazy stuff, right? These guys know something. So we have to really capitalize. And if there was ever a time that we needed to take as much money from the government or from the people or from whatever it is that we're doing ever in life, it's now, right? Because we need to have a big chunk of it. So if money does digitize, we can push it over there, right? We don't want to be left behind, okay? So we're helping people, but we need to make sure that we're helping ourselves, right? Me and Jeremy talk about this all the time, until my cup runneth over, right? I can't go out helping people until my cup is full, right? So with that being said, it takes about a week and a half to 2 weeks. Throw $100, throw it away, even $200. The goal you want to do is put out 3-4 ads, right? As many ads as it allows you, so that you can now start getting through the Facebook algorithms, the authority, right? And the niche in your specific target, okay? With that being said, I'll give back.
Hey, Nate, I got a blade as you go by.
You gotta pick one to like stick to it, man.
There you go. All right, I'm
Back and
confusing.
forth.
It's like Clark Kent and Superman. Hey, Super
Yeah,
Clark.
literally.
Let me ask you a question with the lookalike audience, because I'm real big on that, because I've always thought, okay, let me grab my first 100 clients that I've worked with, right? Like actual clients of mine. I got their email address and everything, and then create a lookalike audience, because, you know, like you said, Facebook will go out and look for people with the same similar, you know how like every time you click like to something, or you like a video, or you post something, whatever, like Facebook is taking all that in. And so with a lookalike audience, what it's going to do is going to find somebody that have the same similar, you know, I like this dress, I like this color, I laughed at this video, or something like that. And so it builds that audience. And it's like, it's more than likely that that person is going to want the same service as the person that you already had. So what do you think about, because of some of the sensitive stuff that's in the very beginning of building and starting to run the ads, what if I created a group, right? If I create a Facebook group for my credit repair company, Exodus Credit Service, I create a group. And in that group, I start running ads using lookalike audiences to push people into the group, not about credit repair, but to push people into the group. And then when they get to the group, it's talking about credit repair. What's your thoughts on doing it from a group or a personal page?
I think that's a great idea, because there's a lot less friction when you're trying to get people into a group compared to like schedule an appointment to become a lead. So it's a lot easier to push people into a group than schedule an appointment. That being said, once you have these people into this group, all you got to do is just, be consistent with posting on that group, answer people's questions, providing value. And then overall, let's say, and we were talking about this before this call, we were saying how, hey, if you have like 5K towards an ad budget, and you spent that 5K on ads to, from an ad to a landing page, to a schedule, to a thank you, compared to an ad to a landing page, to a Facebook group for you to then later retarget, you're going to be able to get, and I truly, truly believe it's going to require more work though. You're going to I truly believe that you're going to get a better return on investment if you take people from a Facebook ad over to a Facebook group. And it might take a little bit longer for you to close them. It's going to take a lot more work because you got to be posting more on that Facebook group. But because you're posting on that Facebook group, showing your face, providing value, you can be able to charge a lot more. You're going to have a lot more trust in that group, and overall, a lot more referrals too. And
Mhm.
overall, it's just going to be a lot easier to close because people already trust you. They see your face, and you're already providing them with some sort of value. So it'd be a lot more easy to give you the money.
Cool.
You know what I
Well,
mean? So
that's a big thing. I mean, like all of us that's CROs, we should have our own Facebook group just, you know, for our company or whatever, where we're sending our clients to and we can train them and educate them. Even if you
without a
have
doubt.
DIY clients, you put your DIY clients in that group too. And then when anybody have any level of success, you ask them to post it if they don't mind. You know, hey, I just bought a house last month. Hey, I just did this. And that helps build up your group, your Facebook page. And so when you're running ads to avoid the whole credit stipulation that it has on it, you're not pushing credit, you're pushing somebody to join a Facebook group. And inside that
Mhm.
group, that's where you're pushing credit.
And then on that Facebook group, you can get so many more deals struck up. And it's not just credit repair, but after that, you can probably upsell them on something else, maybe business funding, or you can tell, hey, if you send me over a referral on this Facebook group, I'm going to give you a Starbucks card for $50 or something like that. I don't know. But you're able to just get a lot more referrals a lot more easier and charge more, I believe.
And I'll add to that, right? Even if it's not a Facebook group, make sure you have a business page, right? The beautiful thing about
Mhm.
Facebook business pages is that you can post whatever the hell you want to post, right? Because the person opted in on Facebook to listen to what you're saying. There's no targeting, right? You're just putting whatever you want. I can say credit, 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 and they can't take it down, right? I can even say, and pardon me for the lack of better words, right? Because this is the hot topic right now. I can even say Trump, 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 and they won't knock it down, right? Because it's in my group. I can say whatever the hell I want to say. It's like if you walk into my house, ain't nobody outside know what we're talking about, right? So with that being said, like imagine if your ad is, hey, you know, you can run 2. Hey, get a free ebook. Hey, get a free DIY course. Hey, join my free DIY program where you can dispute your own credit and I'll teach you how. Doing all of these things together, right? It's powerful because you're pushing ads out that are pertaining to credit, and you don't have to use the word credit, right? You can say, hey, buy that house. Here's a DIY. I'll show you how, right? Buy this and I'll show you this, right? You don't even have to say the word credit when you're running your ads, right? And Facebook likes, right? This is part of their algorithm. Facebook likes when you market to people and you keep them in Facebook and you're not sending them out to another link, right?
Mhm.
That's
Mhm.
powerful. Your cost per lead is lower, right? So imagine. I always talk. If you've been with me for a while, you know I talk about Waldo, right? Where's Waldo? I can go out in the world and look at millions of people trying to find that one Waldo, or I can build a room, a bar with a haircut place and everything that Waldo loves. Guess what's going to happen? In that room, all the Waldos are going to show up.
Mhm.
I'd rather not look for Waldo. I'd rather Waldo find me. He's so good at hiding. I'm pretty sure he knows he's really good at finding too, right? So we got to really drill down on these things, right? These are very important things, especially what Blade is talking about. And I know we stopped right here because this is a very powerful segment of this conversation. But yeah, you know, go ahead, Blade. I'm sorry for we took it over from you again.
Yeah. My bad.
No worries, no worries. I mean, this is one of the most important parts that I hope everybody implements after seeing this. But yeah, so like we're saying, what were we saying? Give me a second. Predator pilot attack. So we're just talking about those retargeting ads. Okay. A couple other things to kind of note when you're running any type of ads is that when you put an ad out there, it needs to go through something called like a learning stage. So when you put out this ad out there, I don't recommend making any changes to that ad until like 2, maybe 3 days after, so that the results kind of feed in. It's able to run its algorithm, and overall, you should find yourself to be a lot more successful in running the ads when you're just a little bit more patient. I know it sounds kind of like counterintuitive, you know, hustle, 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 work, work, work. But if you give the ad some time to run its algorithm, run its course, you know, do its thing, give it 2 to 3 days before you make an optimization. You're going to find yourself to be way more successful that way. And pretty much the last thing I kind of want to go over here is, I guess, advertising to a cold audience. And the way I found it to be really successful. Now, I ran so many ads, spent almost close to $1 million worth of ads just last year alone between all my other credit bureau guys. And what I've truly found the best way to just overall decrease that cost per schedule, just like Damien said, if you were running the ads and keeping them into Facebook, it's going to cut the cost by literally by a half. If you just put them into a lead form or just put them directly into that Facebook group, running that way, so decrease by a half. But if you're running the ads to like a landing page, to a schedule, to a thank you page, it's going to increase that cost. But over here, running ads to a cold audience. This is the way I found it to work. Is you need to, right now, the credit repair Facebook ad space is so freaking saturated. It's actually insane. I remember when I was first running these Facebook ads to credit repair, I was getting leads dumb cheap, like easy money. But now it's a little bit different because there's so many people running ads to credit repair. The first thing that people think, they say when they schedule a consult or anything with me, they're like, Blade, how the fuck do I run Facebook ads? And it's a lot of times you're running to a cold audience. It might take more money. If you're not doing it like they said to a group, you might want to do it to some sort of call center, because in order for it to kind of be worth the money, you kind of want to send it to a call center, to a closer, because like I said, it is very saturated. But if you're doing it if you're doing it from the Facebook ad to a Facebook group, yeah, it's going to take more work. Yeah, it's going to take a little longer to close those sales, but it's going to be a lot cheaper, and it's going to be overall a lot. I say it's a lot easier on you. But when you're running these ads to a cold audience, not including those retargeting that we had before, this is the way I see it to run. And the way we run it is by doing something called by narrowing down the audience. Now, the way I've always thought of this is, hey, what do people want to do to fix their credit? Think of it as being in their shoes. I'm probably fixing my credit. If I was in their shoes, I'm probably fixing my credit to buy a car, to buy a house. Maybe it's some sort of, I need to get a loan for some sort of medical bills, or I need to get a loan for business funding, something like that. So right at the back, I'm thinking, okay, cool. Maybe I'm trying to buy this car. Now, where would I be buying a car from? Maybe cars.com, usecar.com, credit car gurus, all those sites. So the first things that I would most likely be targeting when I'm running these ads are car websites, people that have actually showed interest into some sort of car website like cars.com, used car gurus, things like that. So what I just put up here is I have a cars.com, credit finance, used car finance. And then what I do on top of that, because if you're just running it to just cars.com, I know you're fighting against car dealerships. You're fighting against car dealership ads. So what you're going to want to do to kind of overcome that, to kind of just not have your costs, because the way Facebook ads works is you're bidding to put your ad in front of an audience. You have to outbid other people to put this ad out to the specific audience. So if you're running ads out to just cars.com, think about how many car dealerships are actively putting ads out to cars.com, a shit ton. So to kind of counteract that, you're going to want to be able to do cars.com, and then also narrow it down to something like Credit Karma, narrow it down to people that want to fix their credit to buy a car. They're most likely to be checking something out like Credit Karma. Another example over here, and I'm just going to go through like 2 or 3 of these, and that'll be good. Another example over here is people that want to buy a house. Some interest might include mortgage loans, first-time home buyer. First-time buyer is what that is. Credit finance. Trulia, I think Trulia is a car site. Mortgage broker, Zillow is a house site. Starter home, first-time home buyer grant, or pre-qualification lending. Hitting those top interests, but we don't want to compete with other real estate agents and sending ads out to these people. You want to specifically make sure it's specific to people that want to buy a house and want to get their credit fixed. Okay, so we're going to hit people right over here, mortgage loans over here, Zillow, people that want to buy a house, but are also interested in fixing their credit, which is why we narrow it down to have Credit Karma. Another example over here, personal finance, automobiles, credit, used car finance, also match Credit Karma. But then over here, pretty much the same exact thing over here. Oops. Here's a good one over here. Interesthomes.com, House Hunter. This one actually performed really well for us. Property Finder, Starter Home, Trulia, Zillow. Okay, but then we narrow it down to Credit Karma. So like I was saying, to kind of recap this spot is to summarize, is when you're running ads, you are quite literally bidding against other people, which is why I was pissed when a lot of people started saturating the credit repair Facebook ad marketers. I wanted to be the only one. I wanted to be the top dog running all the freaking Facebook ads or credit repair guys, but that was obviously not going to be the case. So when you're running these ads, just be smart when you are running these ads. Understand that other people are bidding for the same audiences to run their ads on. And if you're thinking about it, if you have like a 6-figure credit repair company and you're trying to compete with a 8-9-figure car dealership, you're not going to really win that, because your money compared to their money is like infinite. So they can spend as much money as they want to acquire a customer, compared to like you might have some sort of set budget. So when you're going to do this, all you're going to want to make sure is that, yeah, you're not just throwing money at it, but instead you're being smart by the way you're doing. You're outsmarting kind of the competition. And to do that is by hitting those cars.com, hitting those mortgage loans, hitting those, but then narrowing it down to people that are also interested in things like Credit Karma. And to finalize really quick is this credit repair blank plan of attack. All you're gonna do is make a copy of this, and you can use this targeting over here to understand through over here by just putting the numbers down, cost per schedule, the amount of schedules that you get, click-through rate, clicks, comments. You use this as a way to understand what interest for you performs better. Because like I said, you're going to be bidding against people that have multi-million-dollar budgets. You're going to want to be able to overall just outsmart them and play a smarter way than them to be able to compete. Did somebody say something over there?
Nope.
I don't know, something.
you're good.
I thought I heard something over there going crazy, maybe. But yeah, over here, that kind of sums up my little spiel over here. If anybody has any questions, I'd be more than happy to answer them over here.
All right. Does anybody have any questions? You can unmute yourself if you're on Zoom. Just go ahead and ask the question.
Are we going to get a copy of this?
Yes. Yes, sir. So you're going to be getting the ebook, which I just realized my team told me that it's Canva. We're sharing it perfectly well. It's just Canva not letting us be great, but they're trying to figure out how to get it in there so that everybody can have access to it. So you're going to get the ebook, and you're also going to get the blueprint, the attack, right? Because they go together, right? You need to understand how to set yourself up, how to set up your profile. You need to understand all that stuff, but then you need to understand how you're going to target your leads, right? And who you're looking for, right? Then you can track it with the attack plan. So you're going to get those 3 things, plus you're going to get the funnel, which I'm sure Blade is going to get through right now too. But you will get that as well. Now, the funnel, if you're not already with Mustard, the funnel's not going to work for you, right? Because it's inside of our agency account, and we can share it through our agency account, okay? Other than that, the funnel will not be there unless you already are a Mustard user. If you're not a Mustard user, please go do that now. Go ahead and message us, because we do have it closed right now as we're making the site prettier and better. Nathaniel did come into a call with me one day. He said, "Hey, your site is crap." And I was like, "You're right." We're rebuilding it. So we are going to be having that open again. But for right now, if you're interested in the coaching, if you're finding out a little more about that stuff, we want to make sure you qualify for the coaching. Whoever's already in our paid program, you're already going to be in our paid group, which is our exclusive group. If you're already there, you're going to be getting coaching. We're going to be having group coaching. We're going to drive deep into these conversations and topics. For example, one of those things is going to be about lookalike audiences and database reactivations, right? We're going to be able to break down what that looks like, how to create a simple funnel. A lot of those things are going to be in there. Again, the only thing you're not going to get is like the extras of the coaching, which is like the one-on-ones and the the ad setup and stuff like that. That if you want that, there might be a special price for you on the coaching. But as it is right now, if you're in the paid group, you are going to get the group coaching, the live calls that we're going to be doing. We're going to be bringing in some very powerful stuff. What you're seeing right here, right now with Blade is very over the top stuff. We will be live in the actual paid group, driving deep into it. So if you want to get those type of deep conversations, definitely get into the paid group. The only way to do that is becoming a Mustard member in any way, shape, or form. But if you do want to have the one-on-ones, if you do want to have the the accountability partner there with you, which is the client success manager, if you want those type of things, go ahead and message us. I know we try to stay away from the DMs, but for some reason it's the easiest way to communicate. So if you're already in our DMs, go ahead and message us. If you're not in the DMs, go ahead and message us there too. We will be dropping links so we can have people just go into a calendar at some point, but we want to keep this a little bit personal for now because we love y'all, we know all y'all. So we want to make it to where it's more thorough. But again, so right now, if you go over there, we wanted to do the software for free, but that's not the way to go, right? We've been advised not to do that because then we're gonna bombard our support team again. So we're trying to keep support at a minimum by making things easier, more accessible than just saying, hey, here it is, and I'm free to you and you can use me and abuse me, right? I'm tired of being abused, right? I'm tired of being used. So definitely go ahead and let us know if you want to get signed up to Mustard, if you're not already a member of Mustard. And if you are in the group, you'll be able to get some more information from us. You can go ahead in the group and message us there, say, hey guys, I want to know more about the coaching, whatever that is, okay? But again, so we are doing $97 for the software and $97 for a Go High Level account. What we're going to be doing in the next 2 weeks, for the next 2 weeks, is once you get the software, you get the Go High Level account as well together. The only thing is the Go High Level account is going to be completely empty. The reason that is because it's such a low entry point, right? So we're going to be helping you understand and learn how to create your own automations, create your own funnels, create everything on your own, right? Because we want to make you feel empowered. There's people in here like April, Justin, and a few others that have really dove into it and made it their own, right? Dominic as well, right? Like they've been able to like really learn it and do it on their own. Some of them already knew, but we taught them a couple other things. One of the things that we're going to be teaching too is how to use Go High Level to automate your DMs, right? That's going to be fire. We're already doing that right now. If you want to learn how to automate your DMs, definitely join the group. I know you're already in the free group, which is CRO Scaling Revolution, because that's what we're presenting right now. That's what we're going with. But the other one is the paid group. And that's where you're officially Mustard, right? So you will get the yellow and black, right? But with that being said, again, if you don't have it, go ahead and message us. Let us know that you want to become a Mustard member. You're already a part of the CRO Scaling Revolution. And, I don't know what else to say. Any other questions?
So I just see Tyrone said that the download is working for the ebook on Canva. So if you guys tried it before, you can try it again.
Canva always hating on me, man.
Also to you guys, if you feel like this was something of value tonight or something that you think that other CROs need to know, feel free to say something in the group, let people know. I mean, that's the thing. We're a big community and we want people to, we wish everybody can be successful as a CRO. We wish everybody, can achieve whatever goals that they set forth that they want to achieve. And that's the importance of the community that we have. So make sure you encourage your other CROs, because you guys know, like I know, we have our bad days, a lot of bad days, and we also have good days. So you just never know. Like me and Damon, we know CROs that was about to quit, and we kind of kept their head in the game and talked them into it. And now, their credit repair business is bigger than both of ours, right? And that's cool. I don't have a problem with that because, we know the difficulty that we're facing as CROs and the type of work that we have to do and what we have to put up with and all the whole, TSR and all of that other stuff. But so it's good to have a community of people that can encourage you and lift them up. So you guys be that for someone else that maybe didn't make it. And if you can't get your ebook and stuff, or if you have any issues, post it in the group as well too, to let us know so we can make sure we get that link to you. On the funnel, let me talk a little bit about the funnel a little bit. One of the things that I had mentioned to Damien and Blade was that, I wanted a funnel for CROs that can use that to target realtors, right? And anybody that knows me know that I more than likely will not have a training conversation without making mention of realtors and mortgage loan officers, because I know the value of that. And I know that they're people that depend on clients with decent enough credit to buy the product, to buy the house or whatever. And so since they have that vested interest in that client's credit, that's kind of an easier sell for us. So I asked those guys to, let's see if we can make a funnel for the CRO and that you can give this funnel or you can give this link to a realtor, and that realtor would then, you know, follow the prompts or whatever and get excited about doing business with you. And so that sets you apart from just a credit repair company that they saw in the store and they gave them a card. Well, you know, you can give them a card, but you actually have a landing page. And Nate and his team has built out a great funnel. And those of you that already have Mustard, we're going to make sure that you get a copy of that funnel. Now, if you don't know how to edit funnels or change the wording or change the colors or anything like that, you know, you can hire Blade's team. Damon, I think what is it, $47 just to make those edits or something like that?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, it's $10 to redo it for you. If not, do it yourself.
Yeah.
I hate saying the word "do it yourself" the way I say it sometimes, but it's just, you know,
It sounds like you say do yourself. You
on the
say
wrong
it fast.
spot.
Yeah.
Nothing.
So yeah, so if you want, like, you know, somebody else to do your colors and do all of the stuff, then cool, you can just hire his team to do it. If not, you'll have the funnel. It's very simple. I mean, we got videos in there and stuff. And also inside of Go High Level, we have a new knowledge base where you click that and, you know, it teach you about funnels, it teach you about websites or anything that you need to know inside of Go High Level.
Besides the knowledge base, guys, look, we've put our everything behind having a support team, right? We've been trying to dial in on this thing. We've been trying to fine tune the whole support thing, right? I think we're at a good place, right? We have phenomenal 24 hours a day, basically. When you log in, you know, it's Jeremy. Who's sharing? Oh, it's Blade.
Me.
So when you look at the Go High Level side, right? So let me go there for you guys right now, and then I'll share it once Blade lets me.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Then you can go ahead and show that really quickly when I'm done here. I just want to show this really quick. Okay, let me just go here. All right, it's loading.
Hey, shout out to Dolores. She says she got 6 new affiliates. Cool.
Yeah, those affiliates are bread and butter. I always tell people, you want to make $100,000, very simple, 10 clients a month.
Sure.
But the problem is that some of y'all are pricing, like Jeremy calls it, crackhead prices, right?
Yeah.
And then you're wondering why somebody, you know, Jones and they're not paying, right? You got to get real with people. You know, you cannot be charging less than $1,000 for credit repair minimum, and that's only if they have 5 accounts. If they got more than 5 accounts, you got to charge more, right? You can't do numbers based on $99 a month, $300 for the whole time, $600. You can't do that. When you do those numbers, right, you got to work backwards. Take the $100,000 that you want to make and divide it by the amount of money you're charging clients. And then you're wondering why you can't hit $100,000, right? In my first year in credit repair, we hit $60,000, right? Not a lot, but I was taking it easy. I was closing 3 to 4 clients a month, but I was charging $3,000 at that time. And then I learned some stuff, and I was like, "Yo, I can't charge $3,000." Right? I went down a little bit on price. You know, I still got the receipts to prove that we were charging $2,000. So it's just crazy to me, right? But if you're looking at the numbers, you want to make $100,000, break that backwards, right? So if I want to make $100,000 at $1,000 per client, all I need is 100 clients. That's all I need, right? 100 clients at $1,000, $100,000. Now, if you break that down into 12 months, that's 8 clients a month that you got to close. But we're overachievers here, right? So we're going to go for 10 clients. And if we're doing 10 clients a month in 12 months, it's 120 clients at $1,000. It's $120,000. Now, if you've got a great lead source, right, where you're generating a lot of leads, such as the people that we've been working with, they have a phenomenal lead source, right? We closed 76 clients for that one person, and they made $113,000 in 4 months, literally 4 months. Okay, that's what, 120 days? I can't even do math, right? So we literally made that kind of money for them in 4 months, but you got to have a hell of a lead source, right? And this is what we're really trying to push to everybody, is to make sure that we learn how to generate leads. But am I sharing?
Yep.
Okay, cool. I thought everybody was looking at my face. This down here, okay, y'all? If you see this little guy over here, oh, there goes my notes. Okay, if you see a little guy right there, you click it. You're now in. Show y'all this, right? Just go ahead and put your name and email if it's not already there. And you say, hey, everyone. Sometimes it takes a little long. It depends on the volume, right? Hey, everyone. This is Damien. I can't even spell my name right. And I am on a live call
Romy Rome again.
He's always on, man. Just showing the CROs that this chat is live and real.
Did
Can
you tell him we? Oh, yeah.
I don't know what y'all want to know. Right? Can you tell me where I can find a link for small I don't know what to ask them. I hate when I'm under pressure. Can't even
Maybe
ask.
maybe ask something about funnels. Since we're talking about funnels tonight, we ask them something about funnels or whatever, or connecting their account to their Facebook. You can be like, bro, you know where to go for that. Don't ask me that question.
I give him a little bit. He read it.
So
I just want to show that because what's cool is right here, it'll tell you red, right? Once they read it. So you're not waiting around. Okay. And then always thumbs up, thumbs down. Make sure that we're rating them. We need to know how it's going, how it's working. You can always drop emojis, attach your screenshots or videos or whatever you want. Send them a Loom video in here so they can see it, right? Pretty cool stuff. Okay.
and this is for Go High Level. So if you have any issues inside of Go High Level, so this is different from the Mustard software, but Go High Level issues, you can't log in, your, whatever, your workflows not showing up or anything, Go High Level, your calendars are mixed up, this is the place to go for that.
Yeah, hope you and your friends are having a good day.
All right. So while that's going on, do anybody have any questions or anything? Whether it be about the presentation that you saw tonight, some questions for me and Damien regarding the direction of the group and what we're doing. Does anybody have any questions or any comments or anything? Thank you guys for the comments in the chat as well. And it's good to see you, Becky. Are y'all being quiet tonight?
You see this? And they're so dope. Is it through the integrations or you want the social planner? Like it's gonna get detailed with you speaking to them, right? And you see how it says they read it. So cool. You know that you're in communications, right? Like there's no end for butts.
Yeah, Justin. So that particular one, that's for Go High Level. So it wouldn't be for the Mustard software. So any issues that you have with Go High Level, we are training them on the Mustard software to be able to answer some generic questions. But for the most part, this is going to be Go High Level.
Okay. Well, no. I was going to ask if that was your team members, or is it someone from GHL entering those?
No, it's not GHL.
No, it's not GHL.
Oh, okay. That's your team?
Yeah. It's our we don't
Cool.
we don't manage them. We're working with someone that we hire the team and they manage it for us, right? So we train one person, so
Okay.
millions of people.
All right.
See this? This is what I love about them, man. Like it's not just hey, let me send it to you. Let's talk about it. How can we help you?
All right. Hey, look, Damien, I'm trying to close. I'm clicking on the screen trying to close it out.
What exactly is GHL? GHL is Go High Level, Becky. It's this right here, right? This is Go High Level, which is your sales and marketing communications tool. We're not trying to reinvent the wheel here. So we're using what's already out that's already working. It's simple, easy to use tool. But here's the kicker. We will be having most of these things that you see in the software will become proprietary to us. We will no longer be using Go High Level for a lot of the credit repair stuff. We will be using it for the actual extra stuff, like, we got business funding or whatnot, but we will have automations and everything in the software soon. Might be another 2-3 months before we have that, but this is Go High Level is a phenomenal tool. The only reason I say that is because I'm not in control of Go High Level, so I can't really make it do or say what I want it to do. See, now we got the link, pictures. Who likes that? Who likes having conversations like this where now you're not worried? If we
Look at this. It's almost what? It's 8:37, so it's almost 9 o'clock Eastern. And so this here is 24/7.
I like to leave them a thumbs up and a comment. Always try to do that for them. Just make sure you're helping us understand who we're working with, right? And then if you want, here's the cool thing about it. Let's say that, you've been on chats before and then you close it and you don't even know what the hell happened, right? So you click this thing right here, you hit send transcript, and the entire conversation goes to your email, right? So the links, the picture, everything goes to your email. Bam. Now, I always give them a rating. And the first time, no, and yes, and thumbs up and submit. Let Jerome know he's the dopest person in the whole world. Okay. So anything else? We saw the funnel. We saw, let me stop this here. Again, if you are in GHL, Mustard's GHL, you're going to get that snapshot. I mean, that funnel. If you don't, please get it right. So Blade's gonna get us the links put together, and everyone that signed up to the ebook, we're gonna send it right out to you, the attack plan and the attack plan and the blueprint. If you have a GHL with us, right, then go ahead and reply to that email where I'm gonna send you the links. Reply to that email so that I can go ahead and add it to your account. If you don't have the GHL account with us, then go ahead and message me back there saying, hey, how do I get my own GHL account with Mustard? Okay. Thank you all so much. Any other questions? Anything for Blade? Here's one thing, right, Blade? I know we talked about this a little bit a while ago, right? That goes to show how hood I am. So he has Funnel Hacker Lab, right? There's a plethora of funnels in there, right? We're going to put together something for the CROs where you're literally just search the ebook that you want, search the funnel that you want, click the link, and you have that funnel in your system. You want to rebrand it, do something different with it without having to do it, you will handle it, right? Just pay him $47 for that rebrand, right? Can't get better than Fiverr, right? Fiverr will not beat speaking to somebody who knows what the hell we're doing and what the hell we're talking about, right? There's no back and forth for days trying to get them to understand the word credit repair, right? So thank you all again for being on the call. I hope this was information. I hope you guys really got some gems out of this. If you do want to see us drive deeper and deeper and deeper into lead gen, whatever that is, please do so. We do have a poll in the group. If you haven't answered that poll, please go into the group. Look for that poll. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna make that poll featured so you can see it at the top. Please answer that poll. Help us understand where we are as an organization, we call it an organization because we're all in the same boat here, right? So please help us understand together where we need to be learning from. And me and Jeremy are gonna teach you guys. But just stay tuned because the next call is gonna be even better, and the next one even better. Not to take away from this one, but it's gonna be better and better and better, especially if you're in that paid group. Okay.
Hey, Damon, Kelly say you're gonna make her leave her current software.
I saw that.
Hey, we ain't trying to take nobody. We ain't trying to take nobody. We just being us.
Keep it. You can keep it and pay them too, right?
Yeah, pay them both, right? Look, I've had like 2 or 3 softwares at one time before. I'm like, man, I was so happy to let it go. But that's the neat thing about with Mustards, because we had to get out of the mentality of of where we were with the software. And so it freed us up a lot to really put thought into what it is that we have a passion for, and that's to help people on this level. It just so happened to where now your coaches got a software, and that's like the coolest thing in the world. You know what I'm saying? That's like you got somebody that's going to train you and teach you, and they have a software that you can utilize, and it can all be included. But the cool thing about where we are with Mustard, when Damien said the $97 and you do get a Mustard account and you get Go High Level for free, you can't even go to Go High Level and get a sub account for $97. I mean, or you can get a sub account for $97, but that's it. You won't have all the bells and whistles. For us, we're either waiving the cost of the Mustard software or waiving the cost of Go High Level. But either way it goes, you're just paying $97 and you get Mustard and Go High Level. And yes, it's empty, but you can do your own automations. But it doesn't have to be empty, because we have a full, complete Mustard credit repair snapshot that has all the automations, about 70 something or 40 something workflows, and you can just purchase the snapshot to put inside of your Go High Level account as well. So it's a lot of different options, but the bottom line is that if you're paying over $100 to have a CRM and a credit repair software, you don't have to do that. Like, you don't have to do that anymore. Right now, you have a software where we do factual disputing. We also have Metro 2 because we're connected to Dispute Panda. We're looking at getting pre-litigation and consumer law. And so, you don't have to pay over $100 for credit repair software ever again.
Yeah.
So, we built it. It's here. It's ready. I'm using it. I'm running my business with it. The outsourcing team is using it because we got an outsourcing team that is phenomenal. So you don't have to pay over $100. So if you're looking at your numbers and you're looking at your budget and you're looking at like, dang, man, I'm paying like $170 some for credit repair software. Like, you don't have to do that no more.
That's it. So here's the last thing I'm going to say, and then we can all go and enjoy our nights, and hopefully take what we learned here and try to look around. One rule of thumb: if you start looking at ads on your Facebook, click the page, look for where it says page transparency. Okay, so usually on the left side, click that, go to the bottom of that little modal that pops up, that little window, and you're going to see where it's going to say ads library. Copy those ads. Do the same thing they're doing, especially if it's a company that's doing great. And look at the ads they're running, right? Look at the messages, look at the images, right? Start getting fine-tuned with that stuff, okay? So again, last thing I'm going to say, what we're all going to say is, if you want coaching, DM us. If you want to learn more about the software and all that, as far as how did you get started, DM us before we go live with the live pricing, and what it's going to cost, right? Make sure you get in early. Don't wait. Don't delay. The only thing stopping you from $100,000 is the time and effort you don't put into this, okay? It's very easy to make $100,000 in credit repair. Look at Jeremy. He's been able to buy a new microphone. Look at me. I've been traveling throughout the entire
microphone.
Got that
I'm gonna record a demo, man. I have to get multiple streams of income, so I got to go back into my music phase.
But all right, y'all. Have a good night. Thank y'all for being on the call. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all.
Thank you, guys. Make sure you hit us up in the group.
All right. Good night.
All right. Good night.
Have a great night, everybody. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Blake.
See you guys.